organic evolution of this idea came from just visiting with different brokers when they've been here in the lobby doing open houses and asking them about the building, what they think of it and how they position it, asking about their pricing strategy. And it was interesting just qualitatively from like that sample of people, never really hearing a consistent story about Metro 9. People were like, well, it's kind of a niche building. People were like, it's kind of in a weird transitional area. They didn't really have a strong view on how to price in the units, just, just talking, conversationally. So I know Julie through my professional network, and I asked her to look at this as a case study, sort of a favor, along with the backing of Landvest. And Julie's interesting as a person because she has very diverse background. She's a broker, she teaches real estate licensing classes. She's quoted, by the news, she's thought of by the news in some cases for, feedback on project development. She understands subdivision and capital development. So I felt that it would be good to get someone with a holistic view, looking at this totally objectively, and then just give us some feedback about how we might want to position the building and also what you might want to think about for people who need to transact in the near or long term. And with that, let me hand it over and go for it.
Thanks, Rick. So thank you, everybody that is here and watching this presentation. I found that this building is very interesting. I think it has a lot to offer. And we are going to go through a scenario in which we think we can maximize the value situation, which hasn't really been consistently addressed. So we decided to write this educational real estate session to both talk about the building and the micro macro economic position that we're in now in a real estate market.
Hold on, it's try now.
Is the clicker working?
Clicker isn't working.
Working.
It was working.
Yeah,
Manually.
Yeah, that's right.
there, is it working now?
So the agenda of the meeting is basically who we are and our overarching objectives that we want to bring to you at the Metro 9. We have completed a market analysis of Somerville, of Cambridge, of Massachusetts. We compiled statistics and we want to paint that picture for you in terms of how we can position the Metro 9. We took a deeper dive into the past historical sales, the marketing, and the overall active statistics, sales price, and we found that it was quite erratic all over the place, and it wasn't what I would find consistent in most buildings. We also compiled an economic outlook for 2024, particularly we zoomed in on Q1, where we are, where the macro market is, and where we feel we should be positioning for the Metro 9. We also have come up with creative seller solutions. As we all know, it's no secret. We are in a high interest, environment across the board in the economy. And we have some different programs and ideas to implement so that you can actually turn that around and use it to your advantage in terms of sales data and creating transactions that maybe wouldn't ordinarily work and how to make to the advantage of both the seller and the buyer. But the more transactions you can close at a higher level, it's to the benefit of not only that seller, but for the sellers to come. Then after that, we're going to have a Q&A session, and we welcome any questions that we have either through Zoom or in the room tonight, excuse me. So we welcome you all. We want to be your real estate resource. Let's just capitalize a little bit of what the Metro 9 is. Let's take a snapshot of that. Metro 9 offers 100 residential units, both studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. 15 units are right now deemed affordable housing. You do have a unique situation where there are a lot of luxurious appointments in the property at yet an affordable price when you're looking at other properties that are available in the market in the greater Boston area, which should be a huge attractive component when you're marketing property in this building. It was originally built in around 1915. 13 is cold storage facility, which gives you this amazing amount of concrete thickness, which goes to the structure of the building. If there's ever a tornado here, this is where I want to be. I'm running Armageddon tornado, I'm here. But it also lent to a very unique loft style industrial feel, which is really, really a great place to be in the market aesthetically from a buyer's perspective as well. It was converted into apartments and then into condominiums, which we are now using them as. I felt that the Metro 9 was a pioneer in the area of redevelopment. Somerville is going through a huge transition. There are growing pains with that. There's growing pains in every transition of any municipality. However, you were the first ones in, so you're gonna probably take on a lot more of those growing pains. What I'm trying to propose here is how to overcome those and kind of expedite your way through that to minimize that any further. It is a LEED certified building, which is huge now. Properties are being built with, minimizing carbon footprint, with energy efficiency. And I think that's something to capitalize on as well. Obviously, the location is extremely convenient. You have Harvard, MIT, you're in the tech belt, Mass General, Kendall Square. You have a lot to pull from an economic and business point of view. And also the access to the Green Line and the plan for another Green Line stop very close to here, which makes getting in and out of different areas of the city that much more convenient. So you have a lot going on in the building as a snapshot. Presenting today, tonight again, I've been working all day, so it's still day to me, is Slater Anderson, who is the Managing Director of Real Estate for Landvest Christie's. There's Slater, thank you for coming. Myself, Julie Longton, I've been in business for 30 years. I did a lot of real estate design and development. I was consulting on a lot of developments. I also do highest and best use, which I think is a great application for this particular study. And then we have Ryan DePatty, who's also a salesperson with our office, and we're very lucky to have him. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Slater, who's going to share a few words about the Landvest Christie's international experience.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. Those of you online in person. Today is mostly about Julie and Ryan's presentation, and I know your time is valuable, so I will be brief, but tell you a little about Landvest, a little bit about myself. I've been at Landvest for 25 years. I came in on the consulting side. Our business is sort of unique. We have the luxury brokerage business, the Christie's affiliation. We've been a Christie's affiliate for over 35 years, one of the founding affiliates. The Christie's brokerage network is a global network. So working with us, you get to tap into that global buying pool, and in a market like this, Somerville, Cambridge, with the universities, it's a global marketplace, right? You have people from all over the world who are looking to move into this market. So we offer a unique blend of services. We offer the brokerage services, the main thing we're here to talk to you about tonight. I'm also a certified general appraiser and a salesperson. So we have 15 appraisers on staff. We do a lot of appraisal work. We have a forestry division, which really has no relevance to this conversation tonight, but we have about 80 foresters covering about 2 million acres across the US, working for private clients. So we live and breathe real estate of all kinds. So we're excited about working in the urban markets here. We work in the second home markets, and we work nationally in other segments of the marketplace. So we have a real depth of resources that are available to our brokers and teams when it comes to evaluating things. We've worked on projects like this from pre-construction through construction through sellout. So and we're excited to have the opportunity to potentially work with some of you and folks in the building on in resale opportunities. We operate as a non-designated brokerage. That probably doesn't mean anything to any of you. What it means is that most brokerages out there are called designated brokers, which in a real estate brokerage, you have basically companies within a company. So you hear about like the X team at Compass or whatever. That's a business within the Compass business. They don't collaborate really that much with other brokers within Compass. I mean, Compass broker may have a buyer, and they may bring their buyer to your listing, but there isn't a collaboration. As a non-designated agency, all of our brokers work for all of our sellers. So you have a team of people, like we will have a meeting, we have a meeting every Monday morning at 8:30. Our brokers across New England get together and we'll talk about this meeting and we'll say, hey, great building in Somerville, Massachusetts. Anybody, who may be interested, have buyers they're working with, who want to maybe find an investment property, a place in the city, go with their place somewhere else, we will share that information. So it's a great network in that way that you don't get with designated agencies. So a real important distinction, and it fosters a really collaborative culture within our company. And he benefits from decades and literally decades of incredible brokerage experience. We don't have a lot of turnover. I mean, I've been there 25 years. I think our average broker tenure is probably 10 to 15 years at least. So you have a lot of knowledge at your disposal, trying to solve, your real estate problems and find solutions for you. We work as advocates for you. We represent, as I said, a wide variety of client assets. So we know with a lot of people, their real estate holdings are their most valuable asset. And we recognize that, and we want to be thoughtful and responsive and professional in delivering services to you. And that's really, from my perspective, how we differentiate ourselves. I mean, it's in a highly occupied space. A lot of brokers out there competing for your business. We like to think we bring the highest level of professionalism and expertise to all the opportunities that we're pursuing. So, and this is no exception. So we're excited to have the opportunity to be here with you guys tonight. Appreciate you taking the time to hear us out. And with that, I am going to turn it back over to Julie.
Thank you, Sarah, so much. So just a little bit about our Boston office. We do have a great Boston presence for our Landvest International. We have our corporate headquarters located at 888 Boylston Street, which is an amazing building, but we also have a beautiful office located at 292 Newberry Street, which makes it easy for our clients to come in and visit, and very accessible and great atmosphere for meetings, or for anything that we could host. We specialize with marketing distinctive properties from New England all over to the Adirondacks. We have valuable knowledge, and what I really want to stress is accurate pricing analysis. Because of our background, we just don't look at the MLS and take whatever the prevailing square foot price is and put that and apply it to any other unit. There are other nuances when it comes to pricing real estate, which is extremely important. We also approach that with integrity. And when I say integrity, it means we look at the price, we talk to our client, and we say, what is your objective? What do you need to accomplish? And ultimately, we want to try to market the property and price it to get you the highest dollar value. And that's not, not underprice it for a fast close. That's not what we do. And then we have expertise in navigating a lot of complex real estate scenarios. I always say that there's a solution to every problem, and I have a 99% close rate. And we try to evaluate any problems that could happen prior to an agreement. Therefore, we are postured within the agreement to close.